Hello everyone, this is Terry. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Amethystastrotarot. I'm a practicing astrologer and a tarot reader, and if you would like to contact me for any readings, you can always reach me from the links in my profile. Having said that, it's been a while, I know that I haven't made some videos, but hopefully from now on can be more consistent once again. So today the reason that I'm making this video is Saturn retrograde. Yes, Saturn retrograde. Yesterday the planet Saturn started its stationing retrograde in the sign of Aries. So what can be say about that? Yesterday, when I'm talking about yesterday, today is 14th of July. Yesterday was 13th of July at 4:07 UK time. Saturn started stationing retrograde in the sign of Aries, and it's the 1 degree 56 minutes. And I can right away tell you that it will stay until November 28, 2025 with retrograde motion. And when the retrograde period finishes, it will be already back in Pisces, and it would be 25 degrees 09 Pisces. So we can literally say that this retrograde period could be concerning more the people with the cardinal placements in their natal charts, but the first degrees, and then going back to the like half of the last 10 degrees of the Pisces. So we can talk about the mutable people with mutable placements in those last 5 degrees, sorry, of the mutable signs. Having said that again, so as we will recall, Saturn started its journey in the cardinal sign, fire sign Aries back in May. It was 25th of May 2025, after spending around 2 years in Pisces. So during its transits, Saturn might ask us to work hard, make a lot of effort, as Bernadette Brady mentions in her really, for me, masterpiece. This is not a advertisement, but it's a really nice book, In the Eagle and the Lark. And in addition to this, during Saturn transits, we may be asked to grow up in a certain area of our lives. I mean, whether we are adults or not. It's a process of gaining maturity. And Saturn could be like a teacher, also reminding us our responsibilities and to work towards something with discipline. And so what happens during Saturn retrograde? So we have to accept the fact that Saturn has been in Aries for a very short time. For the moment, we are not even talking about 2 months, and was still in this warming up period, coming out of the sea and walking on fire stage. And in a sign which we are talking about, Aries, where it is considered to be not comfortable at all because it's in its fall. And imagine Saturn, I mean, like with the rules, structure, limits, boundaries, reality, time, etc., and trying to express all of this in the fiery, energetic, enthusiastic, initiative, sometimes impatient, sometimes aggressive Aries. Can Saturn exerts its authority easily in this case? Probably not. And the people with this natal placement, of course, can tell us more. We have to think about the doubt or anxiety that might sometimes be expressed through Saturn placements. Of course, there is a lot of structure, and that strength, reality, etc., discipline, that is hard work comes through, but there is this part of the doubt or anxiety as well. Coming to retrograde period, all of the retrograde periods might be about reflections on what we have done so far during the direct motion. and how did we use that energy in a certain area of our lives, and did we realize that shift? And with Saturn in Aries, I mean, if we realize that shift, maybe we too quick, I mean, in a hurry to start building new things. Should we have waited more, and should we have given it a more thought? Or was it the case that when chivalry wasn't needed, we don't need to be brave, so brave sometimes, maybe, we were quite courageous to set time for a certain event? There could be more examples, as the combinations of Saturn expression and Aries qualities may be much more than this. But the point is that this retrograde period, which will continue until November 28, as I mentioned before, is a good time for us to rethink on our strategies, on which area of life we would like to work harder than before, and how we can improve our wisdom. And also during this period, Saturn will revisit Pisces when it goes back into this sign on the September 1st, 2025. It's a chance to wrap up and say goodbye to that experience in another area of our lives, and make last fine tunings and move on, so that we can experience Saturn in Aries free of the past, with Saturn and Pisces, of course, always keeping the lessons and the gainings from that period with us. I mean, and moreover, it will take some time for Saturn to move into a mutable sign or a water sign. So let's cherish that those moments with Pisces. In any case, it will only go back to Pisces now 28, 29 years later again, as one cycle of Saturn through the signs may take that much time. And so, are we ready to restructure, re-strategize, rethink on our initiatives? So, welcome Saturn Retro. That will be that about the Saturn retrograde period, and I will be coming back soon. I have given a bit of a break with my Deccan videos, but also legendary Mercury retrograde is loading, because Mercury will station retrograde on the 18th of July. So I'll be back. So stay tuned. Bye bye.